Hi, Fire Signs. This is Paulette from Water Chariot Tarot, and I'm going to be doing your what Spirit wants to tell you at this time. So, this is going to be more of a spiritual guide reading. So, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, your main Oracle card, it came out, but for some reason it flipped sideways. So, I feel like I should take it that way, and it's called Ecstasis. Now, this card is about desiring ecstasy, but in a way where these feelings help us to empower us to move forward and to go after the things that make us excited and happy and just kind of like filled with purpose, right? And so something about being positive. But because it came out kind of like sideways, I feel like some of you guys are in that space of getting that, and others of you are kind of like in reverse, where some of you may be feeling sorrowful or you're grieving something. And I think you're at this place where you should allow for these feelings to come through that way, because it's better to acknowledge them, okay? Because anything that we feel like that is still connected to love in some way. And so don't try to block it and don't try to deny it, because it's not going to allow for things to flow for you, if you kind of hold back on this ecstasy, okay, in reverse. But if it is something that you are mourning or you're sad about or you're grieving, or if it's something that you kind of regret, there is a song there. And that's what this card talks about. It's about singing this, okay? Singing your emotions, singing your ecstasy, or singing the grieving. Whatever it is that you're singing, let it be heard, okay? Because the more you release, the better you are going to be, and the more this is going to turn right side up, where you're going to finally release the sorrow and the grieving, and it's going to turn into something beautiful where it's going to propel you forward and get exactly what you need, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what the rest of this has to say for you guys, okay? The reason why that's coming in is because of the Seven of Pentacles here. Okay, so you got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is all about, somebody who has planted their seeds and they're waiting for things to come through, waiting for spring to come. So everything that they planted is growing in a fruitful way, and they enjoy their seeds, right? And so because this is kind of like I said, remember, for some of you, you're already in that state of getting there where you're excited and there's something coming through for you and you feel it and you're ready to push forward in a powerful way. And it's all because you have been in that space, fire signs, where you have been putting in the work, you've been planting for whatever it is in life in general, even in your spiritual life, you've been planting, and now here it comes. There's this bloom coming in, right? Now, for others of you, for this situation that is in reverse, you are in that state of waiting. And so you haven't seen anything quite bloom yet. And it feels like, okay, when is this freaking thing going to happen? Like, I'm not patient. I've been waiting. I planted. I need to see part of my future here. And so Spirit is saying, don't worry about that. Sing your song if you're kind of sad about something that's not quite being shown yet to you, or you feel like you've planted seeds somewhere and it didn't grow, and now you're grieving or mourning that situation. Spirit is saying to go through that process and allow that. And for others of you, it could be that if it's a situation where you are grieving and sorrowful, this card is saying that eventually that feeling that you're feeling right now, or that emotions that you're going through, you're planting that. That is a seed. And from that, going through those issues or going through that sadness, it's going to eventually grow into something where it's experience, and it's also something that you're going to learn from, and then it's going to add value into your life, okay? So what else we're going to look at here is the Queen of Swords that came out for you. And then we also have the Four of Cups here. And then we also have the Magician. Okay. All right. So there it is. So what we got going on here with the Queen of Swords is that this really is a time to really think about things that you really no longer need. It's all about understanding and acknowledging the fact that there are certain things that you really need to put to the side. Now, Anytime the Queen of Swords comes through, sometimes she's also known as the divorcee card as well. So some of you guys could have gone through a separation of some sort. It doesn't have to be marriage related. It could be that there was something in general that you were connected to and you felt spiritually connected to, and all of a sudden there's like this slash, right? They came through, they kind of cut it out of your life, and it was like, what the fuck moment of, okay, how am I going to deal with this? Because I took time with this, whatever this was, I took time with it. And now here it is where there's this separation here. Now, for others of you, it could just be that you really need to acknowledge the fact that there's certain things that you have to push away. And for others of you, it's all about singing. It's about not really technically singing, but more like, remember, going through that metaphor of singing and releasing a lot of the stuff, so that way you can speak into those things that you do want eventually to grow in the future. It's about releasing all of that, so that way you can get to that place to finally get to that powerful place of ecstasy, right? Now, here's the Four of Cups. So there's definitely something here that was missed. Definitely could be a situation where you're realizing and recognizing that that one thing that you're working on emotionally or felt tied to, it's not quite there anymore, or it was just like missed at some point. For some of you guys, I feel like this could have been a loss of someone, like a death, and you guys could have mourned this person. It's just something that just happened. And for some of you guys have been either dealing with this for 4 months, 4 years. It's been going on for maybe 4 weeks, but it's been going on for quite a bit of time. And for some of you, it could have just recently happened, maybe 4 days from now. 4 days it happened. And so for some of you guys, it could literally be someone that you really cared about and somebody that brought a lot of joy and contentment in your life. This is a person you can go to and talk to about things, and you know, you did do really well with this person, but now they're gone. Okay. And so that could be talking about that as well, as acknowledging the sadness, acknowledging the grief, and allowing time to heal. Eventually you're going to get to that place where the memory's not going to be gone of that person, and that hole that's there is not going to be technically filled, because we never get over deaths. But it can, you know, eventually that hole will heal in a little bit better, and you're going to be in a better state. But right now it's just going through the process, right? Now you have the Magician here. And so I feel that once you get to that place where you do your thing to sing your song, once you start to grieve and mourn and go through the process and turn things around for you and realize that certain things needed to happen, those things again are going to be an experience for you. You're going to start to grow, and once you start to grow and go through the process, this is going to turn around for you. So let me just turn it around for you now. Eventually it's going to turn into ecstasy, where there's going to be a powerful movement in your life, and you're going to be in such a good place in your life, fire signs. Things are going to go really well for you, and it's because you took your time to heal. You took your time to do what you needed to do. You acknowledged this situation, and then you move forward. And once you start to feel a lot better, all of a sudden you did everything you could to be successful and to manifest joy and happiness and strength and power into your life. And here you are ready to go. Okay, but look at what's here. You have the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, there's sadness, and see how there's an angel just rubbing that old lady's head. There is someone, if some of you guys did lose someone, that person is there. It's surrounding you, and they do watch you, and they do love you, and they see your sadness and they see your grief, and they're telling you that it's going to be okay. But take your time to heal. Eventually things are going to turn around in due time, and then you're going to be in such a better place. For others of you where this is not a death, it can just be life in general. Things are just kind of stank right now, things are going to get better. And everything you have already done with the Seven of Pentacles eventually is going to grow. Give it time, fire signs, okay? Eventually it's going to happen. I know some of you guys have been waiting for things to kind of like go to where it needed to go, but I think this is the time where things, you're going to start seeing little things sprout out of this, okay? And for others of you who are already there and you already did the process and you already worked on certain things and you're kind of moving forward, well, guess what? It's going to happen in April where you're going to start seeing things blooming and things working in your favor, and things are going to go in exactly the direction that you need them to go. Okay, so this is all I have for now, fire signs. Hopefully this made sense to you guys and it was helpful. But you guys take care and have a good one.